What's going on, everybody? I'm going to do a quick Upstart overview of what we have happening because I haven't seen too many videos about Upstart. There's a lot of GME, there's a lot of GameStop, and kind of the meme stocks, as they call them, videos. But Upstart had a hell of a rally. If you are in Upstart, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to back out here to the 4-hour chart. And you can see Upstart was trading at like 40, 50 bucks, and then acquired Prodigy and bull flagged the absolute bejesus out of the stock all the way up to 170 in after hours last night, which is insane. Now, in complete transparency, I bought into Upstart at $98 a share. I rode it up to the 120, no, rode up to about 108, sold it, bought back in, rode it up some more, sold it. And then yesterday, I had a major FOMO yesterday. Just being honest with you. I saw this thing sitting there. The price target was 135. It was bullish, but I actually bought the AMC when it was down and rode it up a little bit. And then I bought back into Upstart way up at the 158 range because, you know, it was bull flagging the absolute hell out of this stock yesterday. And if I'd have just stuck to my gut, read the chart, I would have bought in a little earlier in the 130 range and rode it up and then cashed out. So what we have happening today is a big red market. I mean, everything is just red. As we can see, the S&P, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, everything is red. Even in some of the European markets, we don't have much green happening in our stock market, period. My watch list was very red, and Upstart is leading the way with that redness. So AMC is right behind it at minus 13. I have a call on Comstock Mining for next month. It's in the red. You know, Riot's in the red. It's on CCIV. Everything is just red. You know, my biggest mover right now is the VIX. So that's not the best sign. But what we have happening right now is very interesting. Because if we zoom out, this is on the 3-minute, we had a giant bear flag. Now, I didn't want to take the L on this stock today. I really didn't. So I just held it. And I have currently sitting at, we're down 93 shares. 93 shares of Upstart at an average price of way too much for its current climate. But I am down $3,400 on Upstart today. And here's the deal. I could have sold it. I could have sold it, you know, up here at 140, could have sold it at 150, you know, took a small loss. I probably should have, and then bought this dip because this stock is priming itself up for some sort of reversal. Some sort of like common ground where it was up way high and it tested the highs, which is what it was doing here at 170. It's testing it. How high can we go? Yesterday we had these ups and downs, this nice ladder that we're familiar with. Last night we had this nice top of the head, and today we're forming, if you look at a longer term chart, we're forming a head and shoulder. Now, that is very possible that this will continue into the next day, but it's never going to come back down to 50 bucks. It's probably not going to come back down to 90 bucks. It might come back down into the 1-teens. Maybe. That's still up in there because today it's tested that idea and hit 118, and then it was like immediately not going there. And if we look at some of the buy orders on the level 2s, if I can pull those over here, you know, most people here are in it at a higher price point. You know, that's where the buy's at. And I see a lot of bigger orders that were slated to come in the low 120s. And so those are starting to execute. And what happens on a day like this is we get a little bit of a sell-off. We get profit taking. Then we get a little more sell-off because people get scared, and that ends up triggering stop losses. And then we have a ladder of stop losses all the way down. And generally at the bottom of that ladder, we end up triggering some market or some limit buys. And that starts to send the stock in the other direction. Let's see if it plays out, because I think that this is probably going to play out and end somewhere in the mid 120s today, maybe even the low 130s. If it can continue this uptrend for the next hour and a half, and it could definitely hit 130 again on the upside. And if it does that, the reversal is going to look nice for it to slowly build its way back up into some kind of common ground between 135 and 155. Somewhere in that area, it will probably fluctuate. And a lot of that is going to have to do with what else is happening in the market. This stock had a hell of a run up, 173%. So seeing some pullback is not all that surprising. You know, did we want to see 26% in one day? Absolutely not. And I encourage you to read the comments on Webull for what they are, which is whenever there's red, bears are in the water. They're out there circling around, talking mad shit. Look, a lot of guys bought hella puts on this stock when it hit 125. And they are posting up, oh, we're in the green. Let me tell you, I've seen some of them. Some of the screenshots, yeah, they're in the green. $5, $10, $30. You want to know how much those options contract cost? Let's have a look at what those things cost. Puts. Look at this. You want to buy yourself a 130 put in the money? Look at that price tag. $1,400. Look at this one. Look at this one. $980. Just getting out of the money. These are expensive options. Now you go down here and buy this $80 put contract for an April 21st strike at $185. Look, it's never going to print. If you make $5, be happy. Don't take what these guys are telling you and get scared. I would buy this. I would buy this in at 121 if I wasn't already holding shares, because $5 a share up tomorrow, $10 a share up is solid money to be made. So if you're in Upstart and you're sitting here wondering, what should I do? What should I do? I'm telling you this. At the moment, if you're down 20, 25, 26%, 15%, just hold it. Let it come back up. Get some of those losses back. Don't take a big L on a day that just everything is red. Like everything is just bleeding out. Don't take that L. This is unrealized profit and loss. You know, if you're doing great, let's even look at what's the biggest movers for the day. We have some, you know, Hall of Fame resorts. I've seen this one pop up a few times because it's a penny stock. You had some bigger ones that are off this market, but for the most part, look at our active ones. Sundial, huge volume, down. Dolphin, I saw people riding this one up today, for sure. They kept posting it, but unfortunately, if you weren't in it yesterday, today kind of don't matter. You know what I mean? Like this one here is at 14. You're up a buck a share from open. Opened at it says it opened at 1066. So you'd be up $5 today a share if you bought in at open on Dolphin. But on our volume chart there, it's still not anything to be jumping over the moon. Genius Brands is up. These are all you know, kind of penny stocks. But for the most part, we have so much red. Look at that. Even another one in the Chinese market turned red. So don't get scared by seeing a red day. Does it suck? Absolutely. It sucks even more if you wait till it gets to the bottom of this and then you sell it. If I take my loss right now, my $3,600 loss, and I wake up tomorrow and this is at 135, that's half of my loss gone, eaten up overnight. So what we're looking for here is this thing could form a nice big fat W and come back up. You know, there's going to be people buying and selling it. The more people that buy the puts, the more interested people are to shut them up, and they're going to go start buying a little bit of the stock too. So keep that in mind. You know, the company's just getting going, and I think it has solid potential to get back up into that 135 plus range, and it could run again. It could easily run 26% down. It could easily run 30, 40% up over the next week and a half. So don't get scared. Hold on to your shares if you have them. You know, if you want to mitigate some of your loss and sell half, do that. But don't be mad when it starts going back up and you've just killed some of your loss that you could have made back. So that's what I'm imploring you. It's currently 2:30 Tuesday afternoon, March 23rd. Let's see how this video ages. I'm going to start more videos on this channel. This is going to be the first one I post. So if you like it, give me a like. I'm kind of branching off into some other avenues here. I'm going to spread my content out. And give me a subscribe if you want to hear some more. I do stocks day in, day out. I don't trade with a giant volume account, but I do kind of trade realistic. I knew yesterday that this had a potential. of hitting 180. I also knew that it had a potential of going down below 150. Here we are. I didn't see all of this coming, but that's just some of the days, you know, we just don't know. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, leave me a comment if you're in it, or if you want me to check out some other stocks. Until next time, I'll see you later.